Welcome to Coin Explorer. What exactly is the coin shown here? The photograph shows a 2000 Massachusetts state quarter, a United States quarter dollar from the 50 state quarters program. George Washington appears on the obverse, while the reverse features a Revolutionary War Minuteman standing before an outline of Massachusetts. The coin carries the inscriptions Massachusetts, the Bay State, and 1788, connecting the design directly to the state's history and constitutional status. When was this quarter made, and why was Massachusetts selected? The Massachusetts quarter was released on January 3, 2000, as the first state quarter of that year. Massachusetts was the sixth state honored in the program because it ratified the Constitution in 1788. The larger program began in 1999 and issued 5 different state designs annually through 2008. Its purpose was to honor all 50 states while bringing history, geography, and collecting into everyday American coinage. What does the unusual reverse design actually represent? The standing soldier is a Minuteman, representing Massachusetts citizens who were prepared to fight during the American Revolution. The outline behind him represents the state itself, while the Bay State is Massachusetts' familiar nickname. The date 1788 marks the year Massachusetts ratified the United States Constitution. Together, the elements combine geography, state identity, and Revolutionary-era history rather than simply decorating the quarter with a generic symbol. Who designed the different parts of this quarter? The obverse continues the familiar George Washington portrait originally created by John Flanagan, with William Cousins credited as the obverse sculptor-engraver for the state quarter version. Thomas D. Rogers designed and sculpted the Massachusetts reverse. The state quarters program deliberately kept Washington on the obverse while moving several traditional inscriptions there, allowing each state's reverse to carry a distinctive historical design. Where was a 2000 Massachusetts quarter minted? Circulating examples were produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Philadelphia examples carry a P mint mark, while Denver examples carry a D. The photograph clearly shows the 2000 date and Massachusetts reverse, but the mint mark on the obverse is not sufficiently clear in this image to identify this particular specimen confidently. That distinction matters because Philadelphia and Denver had separate production totals and can have different collector populations. What does the mint mark actually tell a collector? It identifies the mint facility that struck the coin. It does not automatically indicate rarity or quality. The 2000p Massachusetts quarter had a reported mintage of 628 million, while the 2000D had 535,184,000. Those numbers show why ordinary examples are plentiful. If you are examining this coin for identification, look carefully near Washington's neck on the obverse, where the mint mark should appear. What metal is this quarter made from? A normal 2000 Massachusetts circulation quarter is copper-nickel clad, rather than solid silver. Its composition is approximately 8.33% nickel with the balance copper. Official specifications give a weight of about 5.67 grams, a diameter of approximately 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.75 millimeters. The edge is reeded, with 119 reeds. These measurements can also help distinguish an ordinary quarter from an unusual piece requiring closer examination. How common is the 2000 Massachusetts quarter? It is common in circulated condition because hundreds of millions were struck for normal commerce. The 50 state quarters program itself produced more than 34 billion quarters during its decade-long run. Massachusetts was not a low mintage issue simply because it was released in an earlier year. Age alone does not make a coin rare, and the substantial production figures explain why ordinary circulated Massachusetts quarters generally remain accessible to collectors. So what condition should collectors care about? Condition becomes much more important once you move beyond ordinary circulation pieces. Collectors look for strong details, minimal contact marks, attractive surfaces, original luster, and freedom from damage or harsh cleaning. Uncirculated coins can be graded on the mint state scale, while certified examples receive numerical grades from professional grading services. For modern quarters, tiny differences in preservation can produce substantial differences in desirability, especially at very high grades. Are there recognized varieties or errors associated with this issue? Collectors do study die varieties and minting errors, but a strange-looking mark in a photograph is not automatically an error. Genuine errors require evidence showing that something unusual happened during preparation, striking, or production. Minor scratches, dents, machine marks, discoloration, or ordinary die wear can easily be mistaken for errors. For this photograph, there is not enough evidence to label the visible coin as a recognized error or rare variety. What normally affects the collector value of a 2000 Massachusetts quarter? The first consideration is whether it is simply a circulated example or a sharply preserved, uncirculated coin. Mint mark, grade, surface quality, strike, eye appeal, certification, and any genuinely recognized variety can influence the market. The normal face value remains 25 cents, while collector market prices can be higher for better preserved pieces. A coin should therefore be evaluated individually rather than assigned a premium simply because it carries the year 2000. What do ordinary circulated examples usually sell for? Current NGC pricing information lists circulated 2000P and 2000D Massachusetts quarters around 30 cents to 40 cents, illustrating how modest the normal collector premium can be. Actual transactions can differ because prices depend on the marketplace, timing, buyer demand, and the coin's precise condition. A circulated example should not be compared directly with a professionally graded mint state coin, simply because both have the same date and design. What about the dramatic prices sometimes seen at auction? Those results usually represent exceptional individual coins rather than ordinary pocket change examples. For example, a documented 2000P Massachusetts quarter-graded MS69 by NGC sold for $3,760 at Heritage Auctions in January 2017. That particular coin represented an extremely high certified grade, and its result should not be applied to every 2000 Massachusetts quarter. Auction records demonstrate what one exceptional specimen achieved, not a guaranteed value for the entire issue. What should you check before deciding whether your coin deserves closer attention? Start with the date, then examine the mint mark carefully, followed by the surfaces and overall preservation. Compare both sides for unusual doubling, missing design elements, abnormal shapes, or other features that appear genuinely connected to the minting process. Weighing the coin and checking its diameter can provide additional clues, although professional examination may be necessary before calling something an authentic error or variety. Finally, what makes a 2000 Massachusetts quarter genuinely interesting to collectors? It is the combination of ordinary American commerce and a specific piece of state history. The coin records Massachusetts' 1788 constitutional milestone, honors the Minuteman tradition, and represents one installment of the enormously popular 50 state quarters program. Most examples are common, but exceptionally preserved coins or properly authenticated varieties can attract greater attention. The real collecting appeal comes from understanding what you have, not assuming every old-looking quarter is rare.